with his Rzeszów team. But to do so, he's got to overcome the Tigers of Eczacibasi, and that is a feat that not many teams have managed to accomplish so far in Champions League Volleyball. Away we go with the first set of this quarter-final. Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul in the orange get the game underway. In the pink, it's the home side, Developres Rzeszów, and that's the problem they have to cope with tonight. How do you solve the problem called Tiana Boskovic? And Rzeszów instantly get an early warning. The pickup is excellent of Sümdiakush, and that huge left-handed hammer down the line puts the first point on the board for the Turkish league leaders. Good blocking as well. They've got nice height. This is Istanbul's side, but couldn't quite control that one, so bounces up to the net to be put away nicely. They've got good height in the middle of Rzeszów, so they'll be looking to exploit that if they can with Obioa and Sedka. But it's going to be a big night for the middle players because they're going to do a lot of chasing. They're going to have to read where the set Ognjenovic is going to go. What is Eczacibasi? And once they've read it, they've got to get there, and that's a tough test. Big jump serve of Irina Voronkova. Puts it into play. Nice pass, and very good. Excellent feed. Kashivaneshke goes to her middle. And put on the floor by Veronika Senka. Senka it will be to serve. Two serve errors, so some early nerves here from Rzeszów, just searching for a bit of rhythm at the baseline. Whereas Eczacibasi look pretty relaxed. Yasemin Güveli, middle blocker along with Sinead Kisal. So Turkey and Trinidad through the middle. Good hands again, wow. Well, decent tip, but it again is recycled well. They've started really strongly. Both teams hammering away. Tight. And a rather unusual finish to the rally. Blagojevic gets one over on a Serbian teammate. Terrific pickup from Voronkova. And then Blagojevic and Obioa just getting those touches and eventually getting it off Boskovic for the point. So they're in there and scrapping. Nice Rzeszów. And that'll do nicely. Huge stop. Veneska shifts it across from the line. And Obioa gets her hands right across here on Baladin's cross-court play. That's a lovely piece of form in the air. So Handek stopped. 4-3. Home fans have something to cheer about. Boskovic gets another ripping spike down the line. Well dealt with. And a good reuse as well off the block. Blagojevic can't find her angle. Sinead Kisal just closing that one down. Yeah, it was a good set, and Blagojevic just acknowledging that. I like to see that from hitters talking to their setters, just to let them know a ball was good and it was maybe their error rather than the playmaker. Power tip down the line, nicely done. Good pass as well from Anne Kalandadze, the Georgian international, in the number 27 shirt. Interesting start for Isabella Maria Rapash, Polish-born USA player who was playing in the right side position. Couldn't get to that play down the line from Handy. Bit of a mix and match start. Eczacibasi have come out looking strong, but Rzeszów winning their fair share of rallies here in this race to 25. Handy to serve. Nice touch. Pick up from Simji, it's good. Another good feed in though. And that is a swing and a half. What a shot from Kalandadze. 24-year-old in her second season here with Rzeszów, having signed from Łódź. Current Georgian national squad player. Lively stuff from the home side. This is a good battle. Nice up. Hands and knees pancake from Blagojevic. And again, well recycled. Oh dear me, what a shot. Well, it was something that came into the game back in the 80s when the Cuban players used to scream as they knew the ball was going to be hit hard and they had nobody in front of them. And Voronkova has done exactly that. Big shout, thumps it on the floor. We're level again. Kisal serves deep on Kalandadze. Good hard swing off the block. Nice feed to the middle, but pretty easily read by Guveli. Yasemin on her shirt. The number 8 shirt, the middle blocker, 23 years of age. Signed in 2019 for Eczacibasi. Kisal to serve. High pass from Kalandadze, gets the return ball and finds a beautiful angle. She's cut that very hard inside the block. It's a brilliant piece of work. Well, early signs for coach Stefan Antiga of Developres. Rzeszów is good. I think he'll be pretty positive about what he's seeing. But it's how long you can live with Eczacibasi in top gear, and they're not far from it. Boskovic with a third kill of the game. It's a big, big left hand down the pipe position. Whoop, didn't quite connect, but very good save from Kalandadze. Simje shunts it wide to Voronkova, who just works that nicely off the block. Some good stuff here from both teams. Number 16 shirt of Isabella Maria Rapash, 27 years of age now, former Temple University player in Philadelphia. She's getting some good wraps on the ball, but she's got a tall block against her. It's going to be a tough old afternoon. Oh wow, great work off the block from Simje. And it's just a matter of time, isn't it, before Boskovic gets to apply the hammer. And there was a few hammers in that rally. That one definitely goes down as Simje Akosh's point. That was a very good save off the block. It's a fine hit through the middle. You can see how high Kalandadze and Senker are trying to jump. Well, it's a good swing. It's a really nice hit cross court for the kill for Kalandadze, but those of you that know your volleyball watching this match will understand that Eczacibashu's ability to just play at that slightly higher level, just not matched for a fraction of a second or a minute or so by Rzeszów, and all of a sudden there's a 3-point deficit. Big swing from Voronkova. Nice touch by the block. This time goes out wide to Boskovic. He just manages to shove that down the front of Senker's block. Straight across to have a quick word with Ognjanovic. Well, just had a seam to work with. She's used it well. Fourth kill. Voronkova got too much of that one. Well, options-wise, Hande and Voronkova definitely the starting wing spikers for Eczacibasi, so they've got off to a decent start, but they are the players that would normally be out there on the field. And Hande putting another cracker away off the fingers. It's good height. That's really good height from the block, but Rapash's fingers just tickled there by Hande on the way past. So the left side working well for Eczacibasi, and then they've always got their get out of jail card, the boss, Boskovic. Good hands. Nice reaction from Hande to get to that ball, pokey it back over. Quick mention incidentally for Siewowska. Alexander Siewowska, the starting libero for Rzeszów, 24 years of age, second season with the club. Oh, that's a big serve. Kalandadze just got caught out by that, and that is a whipping spike through the middle. Kisal had to work quite hard to make sure she got there. Jumped, hung, and the ball just didn't quite arrive, but good body position, good strength in the air to be able to whip that through the seam. And this is a healthy lead, opened by Eczacibasi. Better pass, well, just from Blagiewicz. And this is too good. The hot arm at the moment is Kisal. That's who Ogienovic has gone to twice in a row. Standing start as well, but she's finding that seam very nicely. Very much. Well, timeout's done its job. Well played, coach. Guveli misses. Yasemin Guveli. Changes, not surprised to see them. So Rapash and Vinerska come off, but it's a flip substitution, so they're flipping this rotation around, and that means that the setter, Bincika, will operate from the back line. Gabriela Ovosova of the Czech Republic, the new opposite on court, is in the front line. And Kisal gets away with another one. That's 3 sets in a row from Ogienovic to the middle. Might not get another one for a little while. Blocker's starting to read this. She's a good player, Maja Ogienovic, which sounds like a silly thing to say, doesn't it? Because at this level, everyone's a brilliant player. But there are just some players that have this consistency of performance, and Ogienovic is one of those players. Gets used there, though, by Blagiewicz. A little bit of net, a little bit of Maja, and a little bit of Kisal. Brings point, Rzeszów. Oh, it's wrong. Another set through the middle. Not put away, but an unfortunate miss down the line from Kalandadze. That's a shame, because Rzeszów defended that ball really well. So Seabashu then in control in set number 1. Will be looking, if they can, to take a 3-0 lead back home. Puts them in the perfect position, really, to progress to the final 4. First hit for Orosova. Not quite going as planned at the moment. Too tight for Orosova to make the play of the Bincika set. Handy to serve then. She started strong, along with Voronkova on the left-hand side. That'll do. Kisal read it. Just couldn't keep it in court. In fact, it came off Maja Gjenovic. So apologies to Jack Kisal. Obiawa to serve. Brilliant, just brilliant. 3 blockers stacked up there on Jack Kisal, and then of course Ogjenovic decides, no, let's vary that. So a little 3.5 ball just over the top of the middle for Voronkova to exploit the seam. Too easy for the Russian to kill that one. All smiles at the moment for Eczacibasi. Double substitution reversed. Binchika, Ovasova off. Back in comes Rapash and starting setter Kashivaneska. Out of the base at the back line again. Well patrolled this time on Boskovic. It's good hustle this from Rzeszów. It's just in. Great defence from Boskovic this time, but can't get to that one. Bit of frustration from Maja Ogjenovic after this. Cracking piece of defensive work from Kalandadze. Lovely defence from Boskovic. And then a nice swing from Kalandadze through the arms of Maja. She can use that block all night. Maja not the tallest of players, but that was beautifully done. Well, the slide looked pretty obvious, but just watch how fast and flat that feed is. That ball came out very quickly from Maja's hands. Tight. Again, good save. Little stab dig to get it over, but Rzeszów have the point scoring chance. And a complete mix-up. Well, sold a dummy there, Handy, by a captain, Boskovic. Boskovic moved as if she were going to play it. Handy left it to the boss. And then nobody played it in the end. And that's something that upsets setters, because she'd be expecting the ball in there. Maja Gjenovic. It's not happening, is it, at the moment for Rzeszów? That doesn't mean it won't. It's just at the moment they're struggling for rhythm. No clear side-out pattern, no clear serving pressure being built. That's all belonging to the Turkish side. Good work again. What a stab dig from Boskovic, and what a hammer onto the line, or has it caught a piece of the block? She thinks this has definitely hit the block, so we're going to get our first video check of the evening. 2 video checks per set. If you win the video check, you obviously win the point and you keep it. If you lose it, you lose it. Simple as that. tight one. It's a tight call, but it's a very good challenge from Eczacıbaşı. They retain the point, they retain the challenge. Eczacıbaşı, that is, and Rzeszów answer with anger. What a belting hit. Veronika Sedke, one of the jokers in the pack with this Rzeszów team. She's always got a smile on her face and a comment to be made. She's certainly smiling after that one. She has hammered that ball. Good set from Venerska. Well, they tried to go middle for middle there. Maya has to feed out wide though. Handy can't get enough through that one. Good defence from the home side and a nice clever play. Off the block and away. You can't teach these things. These are things that players acquire over time, and Blagojevic at 34 years of age has got just about the full box of tricks out there. Good use, good point. And good little mini comeback here from Rzeszów, but terminated by Senka's missed serve. Changes then for Eczacıbaşı. Out comes Yasemin Güveli. And in comes Yaprak Erkek. This is purely serving and defence duties for the wing spiker, the 21-year-old. Who did previously play in Poland. Good work. Blagojevic is settling into her rhythm quite nicely here. And Rzeszów showing some positive signs. Bit of momentum being built towards the end of this first set. They need it. Certainly giving the crowd something to work with. Erkek off, Güveli back in. And then Yasemin Güveli straight off for Simge Akkoç, the libero. Showing pass from Veronkova. And the power tips through the block. Blagojevic dragged a long way out of position, and that's clever. That's really good vision. I like that from Kalendadze, the Georgian. Saw it was available, saw the space, and just poked it with a power tip straight through Boskovic. She could have got away with going outside of Boskovic and won the point still. Gap close to 4. Rapash to serve. It's a good serve. And back to that middle. 4th kill for Sinead Jack-Kisa. Interesting to see Boskovic not been as heavily used as we maybe suspected she would, but the ball-in system means Maja Ogienovic can run whatever play she wants, really. Good work. Handy makes the defence. Out of the back line comes Veronkova and cuts that beautifully onto the line. Good control. Didn't get panicky on the shot. Knew this was available. Just want to watch her cut inside the ball. Sends it spiralling on the diagonal to the corner. Away we go then with set 2. Developres, Rzeszów in the pink, the home side. Battling away against a very, very good opponent. Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul topping the Turkish league, looking very, very good in the first set of this quarter-final. It's going to be a tough day at the office for Blagojevic. She is in your picture, the captain of this Rzeszów team, and I think we've got something here from Eczacıbaşı. She's just spotted something on the other side of the net, maybe a player out of rotation. Well, nice feed from Vinerskia. And a nice put away in the end from Veronika Senka. So, point on the board. And Kalandadze is really impressed, along with Blagojevic. The two of them through the left side have kept the scoreboard turning. Oh dear, what a pickup from Kalandadze. Wow, that was hit very, very hard indeed. Boskovic, when she gets everything through the ball, it goes off like a gunshot. Absolutely cannoned off the late arriving Veronika Senka. Voronkova, big serve, lovely pass. A little bit of a juggle from Yasemin, but she gets it back over the net. Blagojevic, beautiful control in the air. Couldn't find her mark there, so Hande got to run that play. And I think she got the touch off the block down the line. There's a few quizzical faces from Rzeszów players. Well, on that evidence, again, it was a micro touch off the tiny pinky finger of Isabella Maria Rapash. No, this is not the start Rzeszów needed. Again, Vinerskia forced into a one-handed set. Senka received the ball, and good blockers at this level just know that that ball is going middle. Voronkova putting some serious pressure on here, despite some brilliant passing. And even then, Voronkova gets the play on it. Simji carts it back to the net. Ognjenovic sends it over, overpass. There's the value of making your opponents play the ball again. They can't make the most of it. And that is a terrific little comeback play. Kalandadze comes steaming out of that pipe position, straight down the middle of the court. And full marks to Rzeszów there. That was a really clever read from the libero, Szydłowska. That's tight as well. Overpass from Voronkova. And just like that, Rzeszów pull it back. Senka's serve. Got a bit of movement on it. Nicely put away by a fellow middle blocking partner in crime. Yoa. Wow. Well, it was there. We could all see the angle was open. I make that Boskovic's sixth kill. And that's the value of a player like Boskovic. Opposites who could put the ball away out of system are worth their weight in gold. And if they can do it 20, 25 times in a game, it's probably good enough to win. Nice touch from Voronkova, but falling backwards, couldn't get control of the ball. Obiowa gets the kill off Vinerski's set. Nice set, really good. And doing to Eczacibasi what Eczacibasi was doing to them in the first set. Rapash to serve. Well, it's actually a Maja Ognjenovic trait, and a lot of teams will pick up on this, but Ognjenovic loves to run the play that has just been run by the opposition. And that is virtually identical apart from the direction of the hit from Eczacibasi. Had a quiet evening from the service line. It's Boskovic, but Rzeszów have passed well. Nope, got that all wrong. Well, on their bad days, Serbia just chuck it up high to Boskovic and she does the rest. And it's served them pretty well at the big championships. It's allowed them to get through some very tight situations in matches. No surprise to see Maja going straight back to it. I love it. I just love that management of the game by the setter. Maja Ognjenovic goes back to Boskovic, just make sure absolutely everything's right. That was in the right place for you. You hit it well. That's good work from the 38-year-old. First ball was perfectly hittable. Tough. Oh dear. That was a complete mix-up. And Maja Gjenovic knew she touched that, so she was a little worried there about that being called as an extra touch and just decided to go over with the little cute play. So the first touch was not a block, and that was well left. Viola to serve again. Again, that is not great from Voronkova, but that is a brilliant feed from Maja on the reverse to Jack Kisal. But definite signs here that Irina Voronkova is having a few problems on serve reception. Rzeszów have spotted it, so they're going after her. And a little touch on the net as well for good measure. Means that the home side pick up the point. Well, that hurts. Obioa will be really disappointed with herself there. Got themselves back in the mix. Got a couple of errors out of the opposition. Voronkova is feeling the pressure on serve reception and they've missed the opportunity. Jack Kisal the serve for Eczacibasi. Good swing. I like that from Senka, and this is a good lesson for younger middle players. That is not a bad spot to hit, because very often the player on that right side will be up quite shallow, quite tight if it's the penetrating setter. Got real options there to hit position one. Yeah, good. Really good swing. It's taken Rapash a bit of time to get into this match, but she's finding some angles now and finding some blockers' hands. Good set from Venerska. Oh, this is hurting. This is really hurting the home side now. Too many service errors. Just not allowing them to build any pressure, and it's putting all the pressure back onto them because they have to keep siding out against a tall block. Block that just got taller with Boskovic coming to front court, but that's not a problem for Kalendadze. I like that. Great hit from her. She's having a very good game. Lovely swing. Really good arm action. Knew she had one blocker to beat. Beat Boskovic easily, and that takes her back to the line. Nice serve. Brilliant blocking. It's coming back, and it's 4 touches, says the ref. Yasemin trying to smile that off, but that's a good shutdown from Senka. Kalendadze with the serve, 2-point lead. And for the first time in this game, Rzeszów are asking some questions here of the Turkish side. Good response though from Voronkova. Cuts that off of Blagojevic's hands. And now she can try and do some damage again. This rotation was good for the Tigers last time round. Voronkova, very sluggish defence from her. Pinged it back to the net, didn't bounce cleanly. For Eczacibasi, Blagojevic gets herself another point, gets her team another point. From the old power tip. We used to call that a throw in the 80s. Mind you, it was allowed in the 80s as well, so we've come full circle. Yeah, good defence, good work from Rzeszów. And that's a clever decision from Rapash to tip. It's got him the point. Despite the defence of Sinde Akosh. It'll be Senka to serve. 3-point lead for the team in pink, the home side. Developres Rzeszów, and they are giving it absolutely everything out there. Well, Boskovic gets a big heavy hand on that one to go over the top of her Serbian compatriot, Blagojevic, but that was nearly defended. Yasemin to serve. Yeah, nice pick up from Veronkova. Kept it the right side of the net, just like the coach asked. Siłowska with the defence. It has to be transported over as a freebie. Boskovic comes in hard from her wing. Just ran out of court there. Well, 7 kills from her, but she's also had a couple of missed shots. So, in terms of credit in the bank, not quite where she want to be at the moment. Nice. Really nice tempo. I like that. You had 2 players there. The middle player, Jack Kisar, running quick, but look at the tempo. She's not that much faster than the player who eventually takes off and hits the ball. That's a really good attack. Very, very difficult for middle players to work that out. And even if you make the right decision, moving to the ball is tough. Blagojevic is doing a good out-of-system job for her team right now, the skipper. Another good kill off another compatriot, Maya. Short serve, easily read by Veronkova. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Maya goes over on 2 and Rzeszów all over it, and then Rapash misses. Frustrating again. Four-point lead. And Rapash gets it through the block, but they get another swing on it. Oh, it's good defence. Big heavy hit from Boskovic, well played. Going to get another swing. Whoa! Oh, bounces it off Kalandadze. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a rally. That is superb. And Rzeszów pick up a really important point there and a massive lead in set 2. Well, good chase from Blagojevic, but it was the touch off the block from Kalandadze that slowed it down, and then a very clever tip. She knew it was Boskovic defending and thought she'd test the tall Serbian. And all of a sudden, the Tigers, who were in control for the first set, can't buy a point for love nor money. It's all happening here. And Rzeszów on their way, surely, to winning the second set. This is brilliant from the home side. It's taken a little bit of time to get going, but what was missing from the Rzeszów game was the fact that they were not converting their opportunities. Well, they're converting them now. And Kalandadze is having a vital role in that second time out. Just play, and they are finally playing, and it's causing Eczacıbaşı some real problems here. Okay, let's go back to plan A. Give it to the boss. And the boss, in turn, gives it to their opponents. Big shot. But not a problem. Not a problem for Rzeszów, because seriously, they can win it this set from here. They've just got to keep that side out ticking over. And every time they do, they take another step closer to 25. They are a team that can cause problems, Rzeszów, and they are causing problems right now for the game favourites, Eczacıbaşı. Well, they're targeting Voronkova. She's passing a little better now. Boskovic has decided to step up and take on the mantle, but it's not the side out that's the problem for Eczacıbaşı. They've somehow got to score on their own serve, and they've got to score quite a lot of points. Yaprak Erkek is in for Eczacıbaşı. Again, as we saw in set number one, this is purely about serve and defence for the wing spiker. Erkek off the bench, gets it into play. It's a cracking serve and an ace. Tell you what, if that's your only job for the evening and you do that, the coach will be delighted. Brilliant, got some nice movement and got it to swing into the seam between Blagojevic and Kalandadze. It's not a great response from the other players either. 4-point lead. It's still perfect, it's still good for Rzeszów. They still must be able to close it out from here, or should be able to. But no, Eczacıbaşı have got other ideas. Not the tallest block in the world, Majogenovic, but effective. And the 38-year-old gets good hands on that, and Kalandadze has been stopped. 3-point lead. Suddenly the game feels different. Suddenly the set feels different. Eczacıbaşı have still got enough points to effect a big comeback here, and that's exactly what Rzeszów needed. Nice set. Lovely moment of stillness there from Winerska before she released the ball and got it in and out very quickly to Senka. So Erkek and Eczacıbaşı change positions, but then Eczacıbaşı leaves the court for Simjerkosh. Big shot from Voronkova, big defence from Blagojevic. They're going to have to go again. They do go again. Very deep hit from Boskovic. She is piling the pressure on now. Something like 9 kills for the game. Good height, good reach, good depth, and of course, good power. Oh, wow. Well, they've got to be careful here. Rzeszów just can't hit with abandon. There's still a technical element to this. There was a line open, there was a seam open. Rzeszów tried to find the line, but quite a late movement there from Voronkova in the air was good enough. And now Stefan Antiga's team are under pressure. Timeout to Rzeszów. Trouble here for the home side. It's just got worse. Winerska with that ball to Senka again. Senka just only clipping the ball and not able to send it over, and not smiling anymore, the middle player. Oh, this is tough for the home fans and for the home team. They had a commanding lead in this second set, and then just like that, Zas Seabashu have put on the afterburners. Unusual. Maya missing when her team needed that to go in. But she'll get that out of her head and go straight back to the day job. Side out, they've got Boskovic out there on the left side, so Rzeszów will be waiting their block. They'll be thinking Boskovic is going to get the ball here. Kalandadze to serve. Oh, it's a cracking serve, and it's just wide. That is really unlucky. Home side could have done with an ace there. Let's see by how far she missed. Whew. 20 centimetres. She had Voronkova beaten. Good block again. Tight. Oh, clever. Really clever. Vaneska, backcourt setter, couldn't play that ball, but she faked it out beautifully. So Senka off. On comes Binchika. This again is about serve and defence. It's the backup setter Binchika in. Can she make a touch? 2-point lead still for Rzeszów. They can still win this set. Boskovic has whipped that away to the line. I don't know if you saw the reaction of the Rzeszów players. Just watch it on the slow-mo. This was hit so high, so hard and so deep. All of them thought it was out. It's well in. Beautiful piece of volleyball. Binchika leaves the court. Senka back in. She then disappears. And on comes Szczygłowska, the libero. Sahin is in to serve, so substitution for Eczacibasi. Little tickler across the net. Oh, it's good. That's good. Great decision there from the American. Drapa's been in Poland since 2018, since her university playing career finished. Made the most of that one. Substitute beaten, so Celia Sahin will be off again. And Rzeszów maintain the chance. Good blocking, there we go. Well, it was all despondency from the home crowd and the home team, but they have bounced back beautifully, and Vaneska's got herself a block, and she stopped handy. She's not the tallest player in the world at 1.80 m, the Polish setter, but she's got a nice piece of that. 3 set points for an unlikely 1-set-all scoreline. What a set. What a set to choose on set point down. Gutsy stuff from Maya to Jackie Saar. 2 points on it. Boskovic at the line. They're going to attack Maya. Maya gets the block. They go again. Boskovic gets the pick up. It's just out. And Rzeszów have the set they were after, and they can begin to build from here. 25-22. They take the second set. Blagojevic with a clever play. And the home side level the score at 1 set apiece. 25-19, 25-22. Something tells me there could be quite a lot to play for now in this match. This is looking very good for Rzeszów. Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul setter Maya Ognjenovic gets the ball into play to start the third set. Sorry, it's the perfect start. What a response from Developres, Rzeszów, and in particular from Veronika Senko, who missed a ball towards the back end of the second set to make things a bit nervy, but she's pummeled that one. Well constructed. Boskovic knew the block was nicely lined up, so very deliberately took that off the outside hand of Rzeszów. Good attempt from Wieniawska to keep that in play, not quite. Well, Eczacibasi took the first set, then got off to a really good start in the second set, and it looked like they were going to run away with the match, but the response from Rzeszów was just so impressive. And one of the players of the night so far, Anne Kalandadze, with that kill off a terrific set from Wieniawska under pressure. Kalandadze to serve. Veronika has been the target in general, but this time they hit Simje, the libero. Good swing from Hande. And that's not quite on the money. Rzeszów trying for another tip. You can see the change-ups that this Rzeszów team have made in terms of their offence. They're no longer trying to beat the defenders over the top and around the block. They're trying to manoeuvre the ball off the block, tip it short, mix it up, try and catch out those tall Eczacıbaşı players. Nice dipping serve, well passed by Blagievich. Jack Kisal sets it to Boskovic. Boskovic decides now is not the time to miss one. And tips it fairly deep. I think it was because three players could have played it. Yeah, that's what made it rather static in defence. It was one of those moments where you were expecting somebody else to play it, and nobody really did. Yasemin to serve. She's had a good game as well. That's brilliant. Jack Kisal with the shutdown. I was going to say about Yasemin, anytime you can keep the Belgian international Laura Herman on the bench, you've had a good game. Terrific stop. Jack Kisal making her ground, and that's a good line on the block from Hande as well, just to keep the taller middle in the game. Hit wide. Another striking blow from Senka, but she's overdone it. Stefan Antiga knows that the flow of the game will be back and forth. He knows that Eczacıbaşı will probably recover their composure in set 3. And I think he'll be feeling that their best chance may come in set 4, and possibly if they can get it to set 5. Good replay. Veronika gets it into the setter tight, and the feed out wide was fast, the tempo was good, but Hande has just let that drift over the sideline. She's trying to hit the ball extremely hard, is Hande. She's been hitting it down into the block, and then when she has had some space, she's missed a few. Good comeback set. Told you, by Ognjenovic. There's a couple of traits that you'll notice during the course of a game. She will go back to the hitter that's just made the error, and she'll make a set that the opponents have just made. So it's all well and good pretending you can read it, but actually reading it and doing something about it is another story. It's not so good from Boskovic. She's gone a little bit quiet. Rzeszów to serve. It's the problem again that Rzeszów has had during the course of this game. Rzeszów, the latest defender from the service line. Turkish international then, Hande Baladin to serve. 25 years of age now, former Galatasaray player. Well, good work off the block. That was not an easy ball to save, and that wasn't an easy ball to touch. Not a lot going right about either attack at the moment, and somehow Rzeszów have got another go at this. And Blagojevic finally gets a ball she can hit. And of course, odds on are that she's going to kill it. Well, knew she had Maya to go after. Maya tried to take her hands away, but too late. She's still smiling about that one. Good pass from Voronkova. Kisal being forced to extend there. That set from Maya was a long way out wide. Yeah, good. Really good. Again, Voronkova making a nice adjustment to step in a little from the line. And Obiowa again disappointed that she couldn't make the play. 4-point lead for Eczacibasi. They've raced away again. Good shot. Well, I think she's been one of the hitters tonight as Kalandadze. Her performance on the left side has been superb. Again, reaching high, fixing the angle, and then just cutting inside that ball to send it away from the block and down to the floor. Short serve from Obiowa. Voronkova under pressure. Boskovic out of the back line, sorts it out. Well, that's just about as out of system as you can be. Bump set from Maya was unbelievable. Yes, they're passing really well at the moment. Blagojevic has got that ball into the setter pretty consistently. Not sure Eczacibasi should be sticking on her, but Kalandadze has passed really well, so she's not really an option. Siłowska, the libero, has been pretty good with her ball control. Yeah, nice use, good reuse from Boskovic. Voronkova goes hard off the hands. This time Kalandadze can't control her. Yeah, she's getting pretty fiery down there. Good response from Irina Voronkova. Quite a vocal player within this Eczacibasi lineup. First season here at the Turkish club, signed from Lokomotiv Kaliningrad. Russian Olympian. Oh, it didn't work. Trying to run that fast tempo. The second time it does work. Maya celebrates accordingly. But what was good about that was the fact that Hande ran that tempo twice. That's when they can really force the issue, and if they can get the lead and take it to 5, well, who knows? And then that keeps this tie really open. Rapac off the hands, controlled by Maya. Simje bumps it wide, again out of system hit. It's weird, isn't it? Boskovic on those bump passes doesn't seem to miss. Got herself in position nicely. Simje with a solid ball. Just gave it enough peak for Boskovic to be able to step onto it. It's a tough evening this for Eczacıbaşı. This is not done and dusted, this game. They've got work to do. Well, Voronkova's been good from the service line tonight, but not on that occasion. 5-point lead then for the visitors. Kalandadze to serve. In system, lovely set. Boskovic doesn't put it away. Makes up for it though with the block. Yeah, he's just having a slightly protracted discussion there with Maya. And I think the senior Serbian making her point that she wasn't too happy that first ball wasn't put away. Boskovic, the captain, responds. So, change up. Jaket comes in. Seen this in all the sets so far. Serve and then play defense. She's had one ace. She's going to get a piece of this as well. Bumps it high and tight. What a play. Oh, that is superb. Very good from the substitute and equally brilliant on yet another bump set from Boskovic. She seems to live for these. That is nailed right into the corner. Too easy at the moment. In set 3, this is very similar to set 1 for the Tigers. Yeah, good. Really good reach over. Once they knew where the ball was going, Boskovic and Jack Kisal set that block really nicely. Me like. Again, Stefan Antiga's trying to show Rapaj the way to the court, but it's a really tall block. And Hande gets up high, reaches high, and then the angle is shut down by Jack Kisar. 2 blocks in a row by the Trinidad international. Good pass. Yeah, it's good work. This is the problem that Eczacıbaşı have had. They're not sure who the service target should be. Shigłowska with a beautiful pass into Vanerska. Vanerska nearly lost the ball there, but just about got to it. Pumped it to Senka again. Yasemin Guveli back on, and then immediately that substitution changes so Simje can replace the middle. Out of system once more, and once more the tip into a group of players, all of whom could have defended it. None of them did. Frustrating point for Rzeszów, this one. It's a problem when you're moving, when the ball is being played. It's very tough to recover your position. Dragicevic got a piece of Maya there. Knew she'd got the touch owned up to, so no challenge required. Changes. Rapaj is off, and in comes Ovashova. So new opposite is on. She's come on for Vanerska, and it's a new setter on as well. Benchika comes on for a none too happy looking Isabella Maria Rapaj. Oh, good reaction. That's good again. Not coming back though. So, Rzeszów picking up another point. The more they can do, the more momentum they can take into set 4, the more questions they might be able to ask. Kalandadze continues to impress. Lovely shot inside to out. And Hande takes a trip into the crowd. Oh, good swing, good pick-up. Szygłowska with a beautiful piece of defence. Blagiewicz doing a static start, quick ball, but doesn't work this time, and Hande puts it away. It's another bump set out of system kill. Wing spikers are feeding off these and feasting on them, to be honest. Eczacibasi scoring points pretty much at will. Vinchika, new setter on, comes in, feeds the middle nicely. Oh, surely can't come back. Good try, but it was never going to make it in between the posts. Voronkova is blocked. I think Orasova managed to get that to hit Voronkova on the way. So it was going out, but it caught a piece of the Russian. Yeah, good block from the Czech international, straight off the top of her shoulder. Tried to style it out, but refs having nothing to do with it. Ooh, just long, and you saw the reaction from Simci, just heaving a sigh of relief. Blagojevic's miss. And again, that spectre of serve errors raises its ugly head for Stefan Antiga's team. Good defence. Boskovic on it. Out of the back line comes Hande. Nicely done. Peppering the corners at the moment, the wing spikers for Eczacibasi, causing Rzeszów all sorts of problems. And if you're hitting high and hitting hard, you're going to bring the block touches into play. Very comfortable again. And the fight back, the hit back, the bounce back from the visitors as Eczacibasi has been clinical. So Rzeszów just have to ask enough questions at the back end of set 3, and then this game is still set up for a potential 5-set showdown. Obioa to serve. They're not going to get anything from this set, the home side, but they need to get something to take into the next set. That'll do. Yasemin puts it away. I was just looking around, actually. Now, I talked about Laura Herman just earlier. I think I've seen her on the sideline with the stats guys doing some work, so maybe not available tonight for this one. Nope, too good. Kalandadze's luck running out. Getting some terrific height off the floor, Kalandadze, this evening, and swinging hard, but every so often the block is just so organised and so high. Boskovic next to Yasemin. Maya to serve, 23-14 is a good scoreline for the Turkish side. In off the wing. Orasova is not getting much more success past that tall block than Rapaj, so we may see Rapaj start set 4. In fact, we might see her come on at the end of this one. Yeah, so that double substitution is reversed. Back on comes Venerska, back on comes Rapaj on the right side. Good pass from Hande. No, smacked well wide by Yasemin. Again, trying to smile it off, but does so without making eye contact with her coach. Ferhat Akbaş was not too impressed with that. Lovely pass again, and this time makes it count. And Maya's played her little trick again. Players made the error, give them a chance to make up for the error. Lovely set. Free net for Yasemin. And pretty much a free set for Eczacıbaşı. This has been handed over rather too easily by the home side. Plenty of set points. Voronkova puts the ball in, and Kalandadze puts it straight into the middle of the block. 25-16. That is a very impressive comeback. Three-player block, straight down. Eczacıbaşı lead Rzeszów by 2-1. 25-16. Rather too easy for the visitors in set 3. The Tigers of Eczacıbaşı, the Turkish league leaders in the orange and black, lead their hosts in the pink, Developres Rzeszów, by 2-1 in this race to 3, but it ain't over yet, and that overpass for Maya Ogienovic was just a bit too big to handle. Called for a double. Yeah, you can't do that. Chuck it backwards. Oh, great defence. Szydłowska makes the play. Somehow Eczacıbaşı still have it under control, and that's a wild hit straight into the block of Senka. And Voronkova's got to be a little more careful than that. But in fact, it wasn't. It was into the new player on court, Gabriela Orvashova of the Czech Republic. Is going to start set 4 ahead of the previous outside hitter who was playing right side, the American Isabella Maria Rapac. So one change down there on the court. Boskovic just gets it off Senka and out, but this is a better start for Rzeszów. Just got to live with Eczacıbaşı in the early phases, and that won't help. And the player that's been so good for Rzeszów tonight, Kalandadze, just rolls it into the block straight down off Boskovic. Well, that's good to see. Doesn't matter how many big games these players have played in, they just burn with this ambition to win. They are so competitive. Another good slow down block. Maya plays it. Simce's going to go high on the reverse to Voronkova. It's a good decision. I like that from the Turkish libero. Rzeszów pretty much loaded for that out-of-system ball to go to Boskovic, and that's a fine reverse set, which meant Senka was late to the play. Gave Voronkova a seam this time to work with, and she's worked it well. Mined it well. Is that out? Well, the call was out from the Eczacıbaşı players, but Orvashova has put it in. Or has she? Yeah, that's fine. It's a long way in. Kalandadze then to serve, the Georgian international. Oh, it's a cracker. What an ace. And this is the pressure that Rzeszów have to put on that man and his team. And Ferhat Akbaş will know what the script very often says from here. Home side comeback, nasty 5th set to play. And listen to this crowd now. Good dig. Wow. Well, that one was coming back over. That's a keen bit of middle blocking from Yasemin. Worked a treat in the end. Well, Eczacıbaşı know that they're going to get some resistance in this set. This is what they're going to try and overcome. That's a good serve. It's a nice block as well. Great recycle from Senka. Simce shoves it on the reverse, but Hande can't get a swing on it. Eczacibasi can, and chooses to go off pace. And she's now having more luck than Rapaj was having on the right side. So this substitution at the moment looks good. Lovely organised block, but very well avoided by Eczacibasi. And again, it's a killer. Serve miss from Senka, not for the first time this evening when her team's really needed that ball to go in. Home side, home team, home crowd desperately want this match to go the distance. They've got a lot of work to get it there. Eczacıbaşı's missed. That's not what they needed either. They have to have some side-out rhythm here, the home side. Otherwise, Eczacıbaşı are just going to power through. Yasemin with the serve. Her rotation when she's been serving has gone really well, actually, for the Turkish club. We've got another chance to score here, and that was a little impetuous from Boskovic. Never really got balanced, and Obiawa did well to react to that. That's really good middle blocking. Doesn't always have to be the straight down block, doesn't always have to look unbelievably powerful, just has to be there. And Rzeszów handed another chance here to apply the pressure. Long way from home, the Turkish club, in front of the Partizan home fans. This'll be tricky if they're not careful in set 4. Good dig. A line of 3 players waiting for that cannon from Boskovic. What a touch from Szygłowska. Veronkova on it. Boskovic goes again, and it's hit the antenna. It's a small lead, but it's a lead that Rzeszów can work with. And if they can, 5 sets is on the cards here. Good tip. Good awareness from Hande. She's coming in very fast, and she's coming in really steep. So if the ball's not quite there to step onto, she has to manufacture a shot. That's that's one of the trade-offs for the tempo that Eczacıbaşı are playing at on the left side. She's done it well, and that's out. Again, the Rzeszów players just not giving enough attention to detail. That's a ball that has to go in. And it's a cheap point given away by Obiawa. That's not being overly critical. She'll know that. Fortunately for them, Boskovic in a charitable mood, which is unlike her. Beautiful. It was a pass on the edge from Voronkova, but she got it to her setter, and the feed from Maya to Eczacibasi was just glorious. Watch the extension through that, and then the extension on the play. And Eczacibasi could have gone anywhere there. In the end, got it through the uprights of Kalandadze's hands. But the crowd are in full voice right now, trying to get their team through this tricky period in set 4. It's picked up. Oh, that's just tremendous. Unbelievable from Simje, and then still gets off the floor and feeds Boskovic. And that's one of the points that Stefan Antiga was talking about. You just have to accept that the good teams can play like this. Brilliant pickup, and look at that from Simje. Off the floor, makes the set, and Boskovic does what she does oh so well. Zas Seabashu got a spring in their step after that point. And there's silence. That's more like it. That's a very good kill of Rzeszów from the back line. Opposites now don't run that 10 ball anymore because of the slide from the middles. They run that pipe when they can on that rotation. Ace. Belter. Who called out? Goodness me. At last, there we are, has something to smile about. That line shot missed is forgotten. Dear me, that is a ball's width in. Good recovery again, and listen to this. The crowd now right behind their team. This is getting noisy. It's going to be noisy enough in Istanbul next week, when Eczacibasi entertain their hosts tonight for the second leg of this match. Will we be going there with a 3-1 win for the Tigers, or will it be another result? Anything can happen in that fifth. Eczacibasi is off yet again. In comes Erkek for serve and defence. Oh, nearly. Just got a bit handcuffed on that one. Good enough swing from Senko. Don't think the ball was quite high enough. No, it was just under her armpit, but she's fashioned a shot nicely there. That's how high these players jump. The ball was on her shoulder and she was still above the net. Very impressive. Yeah, good call. Really good call to attract the attention from Yasemin as she came through in that middle shot, and then it was a double bluff. I like that set. 12-all. Seabashu going again. They're enjoying this contest, the Tigers. Good chase, good set, beautiful hands. That's why these players get paid the big money. That is some play. That ball was right on the net tape. Myers fired it out to Voronkova, who's managed to hit one of the Rzeszów players here. She managed to hit square off the noggin of Kalandadze. Chance for Kalandadze to get revenge. No, Odovasova gets the set and pumps it off the block and out. She's made a real difference since coming on. And at the moment, Rzeszów are living with Eczacibasi on the side outs. They've coughed up their 2-point lead, but they're living with them at the moment. How much longer can they stay in this set? The longer they do, the deeper they take it, the more chance they're going to have. Yeah, good work, good awareness from Yasemin. Apologies if you're hearing a mobile phone signal at all on the audio. I promise you it's not coming from me. Yeah, good awareness again. That's the right ball to play. It's not the right set from Maya though. It's in play still. And Voronkova gets good hands on it. Eczacibasi might get out of jail here. And they do, of course, by the woman who so often has the key to the door. Tijana Boskovic makes the play. She lives to be under pressure, well into double figures now. And Eczacibasi gets himself on the court to enjoy the celebration with his team. He thinks that might be the breakthrough point. They've had a couple now in this set. Voronkova with the serve. It's a good serve, nicely fed to Ovasova. Oh, that's a terrific pickup from the Russian. She's hustling in defence now. Handy, straight into the block. Boskovic into the block as well. Boskovic gets another swing. This one's out of system. Oh no, not put down this time. It's played on. It's played on. Yasmin thought she'd lost the point for her team and it's still going. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, what a touch. Maya this time. And Boskovic can't spoil the party. What a rally. Oh, this is insane. Well, Boskovic has run out of steam here. She's not jumping at all. And Rzeszów just keep going. Senka with the kill. The most monumental rally we've had so far tonight. Well, coaches often feel that rallies like this will steal a team and take them further in the tie. And if any rally was going to do it, it's this rally. It just kept going, back and forth, until finally Senka gets the pass and gets the ball away. Goodness me, that is an absolute leg burner, lung buster of a rally. And there's a couple of players down there feeling this. Boskovic certainly is. Senka though just ran and ran and ran. No off switch. Jurczyk is in to serve. No, I'm wrong. Jurczyk is on. But Blagojevic into the block. She's played so well tonight. She knew how important that one was, and she's just gone straight into Yasmin's block and so frustrated with herself. She can get past blocks like that in her sleep. So Yasmin out, Salih Hussein comes in, so this is serve and defence again from another one of the backup wing spikers. Erkek's had a go, now Sain. Good shot. Ovasova gave that the full treatment, that's for sure. And the 22-year-old has done very, very well in this set. First season here at Rzeszów. Signed from the club where she developed as a volleyball player, VK of Olomouc. Oh, that's unlucky. Good hands on that from the blocker. Magdalena Jurczyk on in the middle. There she is, number 95. Nearly got as high as Navarra's star player, Karakurt's 99, but not quite. And Ovasova this time found wanting. And that's the problem at this level. As brilliant as these players are, it's that ability to just keep doing it. And that's a big ask for anybody. Antigua knows that might be the problem point. And yet again, Vineska goes back to the player. It's a good touch. They keep it alive and put it away very well indeed. That's a good swing from Blagojevic. Now I think Eczacibasi have got 3 rotations to get through here. I think if they bring Boskovic back into the front line at the crucial moment in this set, I think that's probably going to be good enough. But Rzeszów for these next 3 rotations have to score points. Well, there's one gone. Good swing from Hande. Nice take from Jakisal in the middle. Came in and absolutely pinned Jurczyk. Gave a free hit to Hande down the line past Werenska. Not not a massive problem for Eczacibasi as long as they keep siding out. So this is their second test. This is the second rotation that the visitors have got to get through. Yurchik will serve. The system. Voronkova has to get the reuse, couldn't get a swing on it, gets a second go, and this time slides it beautifully down the line. That was a very accurate hit from the Russian. Recovered well, got into a position well, and then just cut it past that smaller block of Vineska. So 2 of those rotations gone. Boskovic will be back in the front line very soon, and then I think it's going to be tough for Rzeszów to do anything from that point. Well, they're still turning the scoreboard over. Senka with a brutal hit. Absolutely cranks this. Got a piece of Boskovic on the way. He just took evasive action there. Threw an arm out. Third side out then for Eczacibasi. It's a good pass. And they've done it. Boskovic is back onto the front line. 4 points for the Turkish club to get. Maya, the setter with the serve. Out. No touch. Senka just mishits it. And again, another young player who has been very, very good when she's got it right, but has also made just a couple of errors at key moments. For Eczacibasi. Odovasova gets it off the hands and into the antenna. Well, the question from Voronkova about this one, but it's quite clearly off the block and into the antenna. I'm not sure what the Russian was asking the ref there. Here we go then. Side outs will do it for the team in orange. Here comes the first one. Brilliant hit. Well, they were loaded up again for the ball to go to Boskovic, and when it went to Voronkova, Rzeszów just a bit flat-footed. And it was a free hit, really. Straight round the outside and down. Voronkova makes the play. It doesn't get any easier if she can put these jump serves in. It's a good hit. Great pass. Oh, that's beautiful volleyball. That's a warm-up hit from Senka. She's some player. Valenska with the feed. Fabulous pass off Shivorska. And a beautiful hit. Oh, great control in the air. Gets it right this time, Senka. She goes back to serve. But remember, Eczacibasi just need 2 more side outs. The game's done. No. She should keep it alive. Blagojevic finds a hit, but Boskovic gets a piece of it. Oh, goodness me. Well, Voronkova patrolled that to the line and then left it. She didn't get any calls to tell her to leave it, but she also didn't get a call to tell her it was in, and it's well in. Well as in as a ball dropping on the line can be. Where does Maya go? I think we all know where she's probably going to go. Boscovic's favourite here. Gets it, puts it away. And that's why she's favourite to get that set. 1 point required then. And the Tigers of Eczacibasi have done the job here. And a 3-1 victory is good. It will certainly set them up nicely for the second leg in Istanbul. 3 match points then. Yasemin to serve. Good pass. And a very, very good hit from Ovasova. She has been impressive since she's come on in this fourth set. Belts it past the block and past Maya. 2 match points remain. Ovasova to serve. Zas Seabashu need a side out. Maya fires it to Boscovic again, and Boscovic has missed. Well, some inquiries there from the Eczacibasi players about a touch. I think we might see a challenge used in lieu of a timeout. And if you've got one in the bank, you might as well call it at this stage just to have a look at it. And the man again in the grey, just behind our video referees, is absolutely certain that he's got the decision right. No touch, it's out. And Boscovic, once again, finding, like many players, that the toughest point to win is very often that last point. And Rzeszów are still in the tie. Ovasova to serve. Eczacibasi need a point. Good pass. The set to Jack Kisal is not put away. Goes wide to Handy. Oh, magic defence from Shigvarska. And they've still got the play. Ovasova off the hands and away. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Rzeszów are still in this match. What a comeback. 3 match points gone. And a chance now for the home side to ask the question, to force a fifth. Okay, pass from Voronkova. Boscovic is blocked. Good tidy up. Boscovic gets it again. Gets it past the block again. Amazing defence from Verenska. Oh, and again. And this time can't get it in play. Clipped off her arms and hit her right under the chin. They are horrible. That'll be painful to chew for a week. There's the first defence. Superb on Boscovic. And Maya just had to give it to her again. And that's come straight off her arms and whacked her in the face. 4th match point appears for Eczacibasi, straight into the net. Would you believe it? Oh, that's horrible. And you will, I'm sure, have noticed that Boscovic's back line. 25 all, the crowd going mad. Good pass. Out of the back line, Boscovic has missed it. She's determined that this has touched the block. Absolutely determined. And Fad Akbaş is going to risk his second video challenge, and if this is wrong, it means that Eczacibasi have no challenges left in this set, and that could get interesting. Now watch the man in the grey, top right hand corner of your picture. He seems to be the overall. Oh, it's a touch. He's told us this will be Eczacibasi's point. There you go. It's the index finger of the left hand on your cheek. More importantly, for Eczacibasi, it is a 5th match point. My goodness me, they've been made to quake a bit here at the end of the game, if it is the end of the game. Rzeszów can still win this match. Got to win this point first. Oh, good dig from Simge. Boscovic out of system, blocked beautifully. Jurczyk has made a difference there. She touched the ball last time, she's touched it again, but this time touched it straight into the floor. 5 match points go begging. No set points yet for Rzeszów. Jurczyk to serve. Simjic, good pass, wide to Veronkova. Had to reach high to get that, gets a second swing at it and puts it down. That is unlucky for the team in pink, really unlucky. Out of all the places that ball could have bounced, bouncing straight back into the Russians' window was just the wrong place for it to go. Well, lively enough to get it down on the floor. Match point number 6 arrives. Jack Kisa to serve. Deep. Good pass from Blagojevic. It's wide. Oh, no. Chenka's missed it. She's played so well tonight, but on that occasion, it was one play too many. And match point number 6 is taken. Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul have beaten Developres Rzeszów by 3 sets to 1, but that was a very, very tight finish indeed. Well played, both teams contributed well to the spectacle in the end. And I have to say that comeback at the end there from Rzeszów was excellent. Well, Tijana Boskovic, not for the first time, certainly won't be the last, is our MVP. So Boskovic was the hammer that just kept hammering away, and in the end it was just a bit too much for Rzeszów. So the Tigers get the job done by 3 sets to 1, but that was a toughie in the final set. 28-26 was the final set score for a 30-minute set. Entertaining stuff. 25-19, 22-25, 25-16, 28-26. A hard-fought 3 sets to 1 victory, but it sets things up very nicely for Eczacıbaşı Dynavit Istanbul to take things over the line at home next week and propel themselves into the CEV Champions League final.